A shakeup at the top of Donald Trump's campaign organization, with the GOP nominee bringing in two new managers to bulk up the top of his campaign in the hopes of recovering some of the ground he's losing to Democratic opponent Hillary Clinton. WSJ reporter Monica Langley had this exclusive story, and joining us now to discuss is WSJ National Politics editor Aaron Zitner in Washington. Welcome, Aaron. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Tanya.
So, Aaron, who has Trump brought in to help take the reins at the top of his campaign, and what can we expect from these two individuals?
Well, this is really a fascinating move. The Trump campaign has been in trouble. Polling shows that he's alienated a lot of voters, and it's raised a question of what can he do to right himself. The bringing in of these two new aides suggests something interesting. A lot of people have been saying Trump should right himself by moderating, by being more centrist, by toning down his tough demeanor, and knocking off the fights that he's picked with the family of Kaiser Khan, for instance, the Muslim father of a slain soldier who spoke at the Democratic Convention. And we spent 3 days with Trump criticizing the family of a slain soldier and encouraging Russia to hack Hillary Clinton's emails. That these kinds of things have been distractions, and Trump should put them aside.
Sure.
But with this new team is a kind of let Trump be Trump team, and seems to be encouraging the kind of Trump that we saw in the primaries where he was so successful: aggressive, pugilistic, unbridled.
Okay, let's talk about Stephen Bannon first. Who is he? What's his background? What do you think he'll bring to the Trump campaign?
A very interesting gentleman, a former naval officer, former investment banker, had some role in Hollywood making some movies, but is known in Washington as one of the impresarios behind the Breitbart News website, and has been kind of a entrepreneur of the political right in media, helped fund a book that got a lot of attention at the beginning of the campaign called Clinton Cash, which surfaced a lot of new facts about the Clinton Foundation and focused the press for a while on finding new information about Hillary Clinton, the foundation, and her role as Secretary of State. A kind of provocateur and a friend of Mr. Trump's.
So he's certainly someone that seems comfortable with the media, which is something certainly the Trump campaign could use right now. Now, what about KellyAnne Conway? Wasn't she originally brought on to Trump's campaign to spearhead outreach to women? Does her promotion elevate this task?
That's right, and she'd worked for some of Mr. Trump's rivals in the past. Look, this is a campaign that has not had a very formal structure. It hasn't had the modern elements of a campaign that you need today: data, polling, a rigorous effort to identify who your voters are and to go out and find those voters and talk to them one-on-one and reach them. The arrival of Ms. Conway could mean that the Trump campaign is going to take seriously the kind of data gathering and analytics and digital outreach, voter by voter, that modern campaigns tend to have.
And how will all this affect current campaign chairman Paul Manafort? Will he stay on in his position amid these changes?
The campaign is saying this is not a demotion for Mr. Manafort, but it's hard to see how it doesn't limit his role and give a lot of the things that he was looking at as responsibilities to these new players. So he'll be there, but Mr. Manafort was someone who was seen as trying to temper Mr. Trump's persona, to get him to kind of moderate his demeanor. And the arrival of Mr. Bannon and Ms. Conway seems to suggest that we're going to see, the Trump of the primaries, a more aggressive, pugilistic Donald Trump.
All right, so but where do we stand now? Weeks away from the election, a lot of last-minute changes. Where is Trump standing in the battleground states right now, and how much ground does he really need to gain to catch up to Clinton at this point?
Well, a move like we saw overnight is not the move of a winning campaign. This is a campaign in trouble. There are fewer and fewer states that look truly competitive. The big battlegrounds of Florida and Ohio still are competitive, but Florida looks like it's slipping away. There was one Trump strategy that seemed doable, where he would win Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and if nothing else changed, that would mean victory for him. But Pennsylvania is slipping away. Virginia seems to be slipping away. He's behind in the polls in North Carolina, which Republicans won last time. The Clinton campaign and Clinton's allies in the PAC world have stepped away from Virginia Colorado. They're not running ads anymore. They feel secure in those states. And the PAC, allied with Senator Clinton, has also stopped running ads in Pennsylvania. Those are all signs that the Clinton campaign feels that those swing states are well in hand. It really leaves very little room for Mr. Trump to build an electoral college majority.
All right, Aaron Zitner, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.